Welcome back to Dumpster Dive, a series where we take a look at something's English dub, and let's see how it all turns out. And this time, we're here with something that's extremely divisive.
Yeah, you could say that.
Though Metallic Rouge, or for some reason you kept calling it Scarlet Rogue, and for the life of me, I don't know why.
I'd rather be playing Scarlet Nexus.
Well, let's get into this. So Metallic Rouge was created by Studio Bones, people behind MHA, Mob, and FMA, for their 25th anniversary. Oh, that's something. With Motsunabu Hari, who worked on Spirited Away, and Yutaka Izubuchi, the guy that did Razafon. Razafon was cool. He also worked on Eureka 7 and some Gundam stuff, at the helm. And, that's gotta count, right? Alright, enough stalling. Let's just get into this. So, the plot as it is. Sometime in the future, humans colonized Mars. See, we were at war with a race of beings simply referred to as the Usurpers. In order to win, we had to employ technology known as Neons. Humanoid robots. See, we got toasters. Exactly. That gave us the edge to defend humanity and win the war. Now, present day, we follow Rouge Red Star, a Neon who works for Alethea, an organization tasked with maintaining order. Amongst all else, with Neons and humans and stuff. Anyway, Rouge's mission is to take down a group of Neons known as the Immortal Nine. Neons, I'm going to be saying that word a lot today, who can defy the Asimov Code. What's the Asimov Code? It's a program...
Toast.
Exactly. But yeah, the Asimov Code is a program that won't let them hurt humans. The Immortal Nine can defy this code. Just like Rouge. I'm sure that'll be relevant later. But yeah, with the help of her partner Naomi, can Rouge stop the Immortal Nine? Also, she's told about something called Code Eve. Maybe she needs to discover what that means. And can she solve the mystery of her creator's death, Dr. Royd? Because apparently there's mystery with there too.
Dr. Wally.
I would have said that if you didn't. Yeah, there's also the fact that Neons are being discriminated against by humans, multiple other organizations with their own motivations. There's a lot going on.
Redundant organizations that serve the same purpose.
We'll circle back around to that. And in the meantime, Rouge is also trying to discover what it truly means to be free. Because yeah, the main theme of the show is order versus freedom. Because if you have too much freedom, like without laws and stuff, well, obviously shit's gonna go off the rails. But if you have too much order, then you're not living, you're just a slave. That's a cool theme. But you also get people in Iron Man-esque suits beating the hell out of each other. Dude, this sounds like a recipe for something awesome.
Yeah. Or they could just watch Iron Man Armored Adventures instead.
That's something completely random to bring up, actually. I wasn't expecting you to bring that up of all things. But yeah.
What?
Anyway, that show could have been, but... It's, again... Let's just break down the first episode so y'all could understand what we're talking about as an example. It follows Rouge and Naomi trying to determine who the third member of the Immortal Nine is. Yeah, we start the story with two of them already being killed by Rouge. She's already taken out two of them. That's fantastic.
Off to a great start.
Well, it turns out that it's some chick named Sarah who was one of Rouge's friends, so we're told. And they have a fight with, again, Sarah talking about how, what gives you the right? I just want to live my life in peace, blah, blah, blah. You're taking my freedom away, which, would have a lot of weight to it if we knew thing one about these characters outside of the exposition. All we know about Sarah is she likes singing and wants to be left alone. That's it. The problem is we've only known Rouge for like a good, 15 minutes at this point, and Sarah even less. So it lacks the emotional weight of, Rouge having a friend betray her and turn out to be a criminal she's been hunting. So
not. It wasn't. Isn't she?
Again, she's
there.
If you're talking about Sarah, yeah. It deals with the whole theme.
Talking about
Rouge. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. well, either way.
Undercover there
Yeah,
to
but she was trying
search
to.
for the
Yeah,
neons.
yeah, she was trying to find out who the third one was, and when she found out it was Sarah, she was surprised. Like, it just couldn't be, blah blah. But yeah, maybe if we didn't start the story halfway into it, because of this,
Yeah.
the show has to fall back on its favorite thing, exposition. A literal example of this, by the way, of how they do it is characters asking, "Hey, where's Gene?" You know, it's another character of the show. And the response is, "You mean Gene? The Gene who was just relieved of his duty as director of Alethea?" This just was stated, by the way, after we saw that character get relieved of duty a couple of scenes back, by the way. Like, we know. We saw.
Oh no, they're gonna do that thing, aren't they? They're gonna
And,
exposit about the wrong things.
yeah. Another example is a Neon named Rion, voiced by everyone's favorite White Knight beta, Bryson Bogus himself. You know, Bell from Danmachi. Literally saying, because he's talking to a doctor dude that he works for, he's the assistant. He goes, "Since I was born in this city, I've always worked for you, doctor." The doctor should have just looked at him and be like, I know. Why are you telling me this?
Why?
A lot of characters have this problem, and it's, again, honestly, it's my biggest pet peeve with this anime. Because, again, I like the concepts, I really like the setting, the premise I think is unique and interesting, but the exposition is so overbearing. But,
Yeah.
oh,
How not to do exposition? They should use this for classes.
well, we'll come back to that later, so let's move on though so we can get to the rest of stuff. Animation died! I've seen people seem to agree that it's actually okay, especially during the fight scenes.
It's alright.
Yeah, again, Bones clearly wanted their money penis a little bit in here, so... Which makes sense, 25th anniversary. Maybe they should have made it 26 episodes then. Anyway. No. Maybe you
I
kept
don't
calling...
think that would have fixed a lot of the issues, though.
Well, as far as the soundtrack goes, I think it's one of the best things about the show. It's done by Taisei Iwasaki, who worked on that movie Belle that I've never seen. But yeah, I like the OP, which is just titled Rouge. Kind of reminds me of an old 80s anime song. I Seek the Voice is an alright song. Red Butterfly, which sounds a lot like Out of Phase from Parasite Eve. I don't know why the song reminds me of that. It's a police station theme in that game, if anyone's wondering.
That's a completely random thing to bring up.
But yeah, the best theme by far is Crimson Lightning. I don't care what anyone says. This hype theme is fucking awesome as hell.
Except for the version they used for the majority of the show.
I still think it worked. Again, I had to sit through this twice. And I was happy whenever it played. Did you say to the vocal track? I can never remember the dude's name.
Toft Willingham.
Toft Willingham, that's it. Yeah, he did Ninja Kamui also, which that show's really good.
A couple of tracks from Kamui.
Yeah.
Obviously not the main composer.
But yeah, so if even if you don't watch the show, look up Crimson Lightning. I'm serious. This song is fucking awesome. This could be a boss theme or something in a game.
Crimson Cloud? Oh, Crimson Days.
No. Not DMC or Avenged Sevenfold. But let's get to the reason you're all here, because we got a lot of characters to go through. Oh, Jesus, do we? Yeah, again, this is only 13 episodes, but this show crammed in so much. So this was actually a same-day simuldub by Crunchyroll until episode 11, then it was delayed for some fucking reason.
And they didn't catch up for whatever fucking reason.
We just remained a week behind until it died. ADR director was Mike McFarlane, who even tweeted about being the director of this. He actually seemed hyped himself, which I don't blame him with the studio behind it. And the trailers, I'm sure, looked hype as hell. With assistants being Emily Fajardo and the crazy bitch herself, Michelle Rojas. With script supervising being done by Matt Greenbaum. I thought that said Greenfield at first. I was like, wait, the fucking founder of ADV?
Yes, let's go with that one. That is now the canon until the future proves otherwise.
But yeah, there are some dub terms you could tell are definitely doubling, like it be like that sometimes being a saying. Or using the word cringe and cringy. Am I the only one who gets annoyed when they overuse that in a dub?
Yes.
Again, I find the word cringe to be cringy. But hey,
Wait, why you?
you heard me. But yeah, there's dubbed singing also, and characters humming. In fact, a lot of them hum that song Claire de Lune, the Evil Within save room theme. That's what I'm going to know it as. Yeah, they play this song a lot, actually.
Way too fucking much. Should have played Moonlight Sonata instead.
This is an Eminence in Shadow. But yeah, onto our cast, we have Rouge Red Star. And I already told you, she's loyal to her boss, Jean. Because he would never give her a bad order, right? And he has to find this out the hard way. She also likes chocolate a lot. Chocolate!
Did you say chocolate?
Yeah, there's moments where she could even act a little childish, where it's like little girl asks her for some chocolate. She's like, nope, it's mine. My chocolate.
Mine.
Well, she's voiced by Monica Flatley, who's Foul from Kamikatsu, Joka, I think that's how you pronounce that, from the Apothecary Diaries, and Mola, I think that's how you pronounce that, from Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. I probably butchered all of that shit. Yeah, she sounds off at first in the first couple of eps, but once it gets going, she fits right into it. Yeah, she has fun what she's doing. And I think this is her first main role, period. There's props for giving it to someone else.
Unless there's something that's hidden that we haven't seen yet.
Probably. That's the secret anime. Yeah, and she does fine with what she's given. Rouge doesn't seem like she has a shit ton of the exposition problem. No, it's from the other characters. Let's move on to Naomi, her partner, who's tech support. Basically tells Rouge her opponent's weaknesses during the fights.
Have you tried turning
Rouge off and on again? Yeah. Naomi is, well, I'll reveal what she is later. You'll see. Also, she believes that they're both tools for Alethea, the group they work for. She's voiced by Cassie Ilulu, or Sapphire if you'd all prefer, the cover artist. AI from the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. Akira.
Did you really have to say all the names?
Yes! Akira from Kemono Jihen, give us Season 2, and Guy from Hell's Paradise. And she does fine here. I actually think she's improved since Kemono Jihen a few years ago. I will say, though, this, there's a argument between these two that's really retarded, where Rouge said she wants chocolate, and that she's free to have some, and Naomi retorts, you're not free, you're just a tool for Alethea. It's like, what? And this starts a whole confrontation. This felt so fucking stupid. This is an Ep 3, by the way.
Hold on, I'm checking the channel right now. No, oh wait, I don't have cable. I don't remember watching CW, but...
This was almost on that level, yeah. And the thing is that we're told these two have worked together for a while. So this argument's like, it feels like it would have had more thing to it, more weight or whatever, if we'd known these people. I don't fucking know. It's immediately dropped anyways after Naomi thinks to herself later, did I really say that? And then the next time they see each other, she goes, we're not tools, right? And that's it. You're a tool.
Whoever's writing that is a fucking tool.
Again, I kind of see what they were trying to do. Two friends coming to blows over their different ideals, with Rouge trying to believe she's free. Naomi be like, no, you're blah, 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 you're not. But this could have been done way... Yeah, this could have been done way better. Anyway... After that, we've got Ash, one of my favorite characters, actually. He's a detective working for Acrona, another organization, a group who don't seem to like Alethea, which we're not really told why.
You can't trust organizations. That's why you work for one.
But yeah, like I say, he's a human. He wants to get to the truth about... Yeah, he wants to get to the truth about Royd's murder, because he believes it's being covered up. Then he's voiced by David Wald, Gagio from Fairy Tail, and Bishop from Garo Vanishing Line. And yeah, he's fine. Again, I actually like this dude. He has a smoking habit too, which they use as a running gag.
I mean, that's pretty common for detective
It
characters.
is, it is. It's an old trope, but I like this dude.
They're either an alcoholic or a chain smoker or both.
Yeah, and he also has a partner who's a Neon named Noid262, voiced by Ryan Negron. Do I need an N-word pass to say that name? Anyway,
Yes.
Keith from Sugar Apple Fairy Tale and Faye from God's Games We Play. And he talks without contractions, so he'll say you are instead of you're, as an example from what I picked up on at least. But yeah, I like these two. These two are fun. Kind of reminds me of Connor and Hank's relationship in Detroit Become Human. A little bit.
Which you might or might not be watching. Let's play of.
Yeah. You can tell Ash is a little standoffish towards him. But yeah, I guess again we're gonna have to spoil some of this shit. It's exposited that Ash lost his son in a divorce years back, and Noid reminds him of his son, so that's why he was afraid to get close to him and kept it at arm's length. But yeah, it's cool and all, but again, it's exposited. I feel like it's blah blah blah.
Show, don't tell.
Well, anyway. After that, we've got Gene, Rouge's boss, and older brother. Played by Eric Vale, Trunks from DBZ, and Sanji from One Piece. Yeah, I was lazy getting roles for this dude today. Don't judge me. He's the one who loves the song Claire Loom. He plays it every time he's around. On the piano and all.
He's a broken record.
Yeah, he's
him off and on.
He's a very serious dude, and as we mentioned earlier, he's the director of Alethea until relieved of duty. And
it's not just his visual thing. You could have told us he's heterochromic.
Yeah, which there is a reason for that. We'll circle back again when we get to after all the characters. But yeah, he believes in order above all else. That order creates a good society. Doesn't matter.
Good society.
Mm-hmm. But on to the Immortal Nine, which each have their own motivations and affiliations. So we have one of my personal favorite members, Jalon, or Jaloon, or Jalon. They cannot pronounce this fucker's name. He's a shapeshifter who's ham as fuck. Yeah, dude, he is ham as fuck. He lives by the motto, well, do what you want, because, freedom. Life's too short after all. And he works for the Alters. The Alters are an evil group of Neons that believe in Neon supremacy. Because fuck humanity, Neon lives matter, some shit. And he primarily does it because he just finds it fun. That's it. Yeah. His whole thing is he represents too much freedom. He becomes other people in order to have control and feel free because he doesn't know how to in his own body.
Yeah, he's probably just treating it like a game because he has a motif with trading card or playing cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that whole thing, where he changes forms in order to that's an awesome concept. That's exposited to us. Damn it, show. Well, he's played by Landon McDonald, who's Kazuki from Buddy Daddies, and Hoshina from Kaiju Number 8. And, again, I think he did a fucking great job here, to be honest. This character is insane, over the top, and you can tell he loved playing this type of character, which who wouldn't?
Insane.
Exactly. After that, we've got the leader of the Alters, Jill, revealed to be Sylvia, our main villain, who wants Rouge in order to give her Code Eve. Oh yeah, I guess it's time I actually explain what that is. Okay, so inside Rouge is Code Eve, which they need from her in order to free all Neons from the Asimov Code. So, yeah, that's the long and short of it. Anyway, she asks Rouge to cooperate and seems surprised when she says no.
Yeah.
Sylvia, you're kind of a fucking idiot.
But she needs to give it to her because she said so. Literally says this.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. She's voiced by Giovanni Cruz, who's Stella from Beast Tamer. Why do they still have the word tamer in the title? And Suzune from Jobless Reincarnation. And, yeah. Anyway, she's fine, I guess. I don't have any complaints. It's alright. After her, we've got Ace and Alice. Two minds in one neon. And, yeah, they're the opposites. Ace is cheerful and polite. Alice is kind of a bitch. They just want to be left alone. They don't work with the alters.
Leave me alone.
Exactly. Anyway, the two of them are played by Michaela Krantz, who's Chio from Chio School Road, and Fuyuki from Hokkaido Gals, or Totes Adorbs, whatever the hell that show's called. And yeah, she has to do two different voices and even argue with herself at one point, and I think she did great there.
Perfectly normal person. I do that all the time.
I hate myself! Yeah, well, fuck you too, buddy. But yeah, Ace and Alice are a fun character. After that, we've got Cyan Blue Star. If you couldn't tell from the name, that's Rouge's little sister, who just wants to fight her. Oh, I'm sorry, play with her, she calls it. And she's stuck listening to the voices that she hears in her head. Crazy bitch. And she's voiced by Jade Saxton, who's Mayo, or Mayo from Akiba Strip the Animation, and Megami from Food Wars, best girl in that series. And I don't think she just wants a family with Rouge, man. That's it. Rouge is her sister, and she's like,
I had a family.
Yeah, just want to be a sister, man. And she's also mentally unfucking stable, because again, voices in her head telling her to go cray cray and shit, which makes it really. I was gonna make that joke if you did it. It makes it kind of stupid when Naomi is literally trying to pick a fight with her, teasing her. It's like, you're teasing the bot that can go murder crazy at any second, you stupid bitch. But yeah, Jade Saxton does a good job. And as you'd expect. The next member of the Immortal Nine, we have Eden, who pretends to be into antiquities, but is really...
I think you need to reset your mic.
Fuck!
You're, occasionally you're, like, popping, like you're peaking or something.
Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. Hold on. Tell them about how much you love the blue people.
But better safe
I know.
than sorry.
Tell them how much you love the blue star die. The red versus blue shit. Red oni baloney.
It died the way it lived. No one wanting to buy it. Wait, I think I'm talking about the wrong thing.
Is this any better?
Keep going. I'll tell you if you keep doing it.
Okay. Well, next one is Eden. He's a Neon who pretends to be into antiquities, but is really obsessed with watching over Jean. And yeah, he doesn't have any group affiliation. Again, we'll get to why in the spoiler section. He's voiced by... How the fuck do I pronounce this? Belsheber Rusap Jr.? Moriyama from Class 2 of the Elite, and Sengoku from Horimiya. But dude, look at that name, man.
Yes.
Yeah, no complaints. He's fine. What's wrong? Are you going to say something?
No.
Do
you want me to say something?
Yes!
Do I need to say about how Red versus Blue died the way it lived? No one wanting to buy it? Because I already said that.
Oh, I was talking about the Red Star versus the Blue Star. I know, but wrong Red versus Blue. Anyway, yeah, so after that we've got Grofon, or Growfon. Fucking names with these characters. Yeah, he's another Immortal 9 who's in love with Sylvia. Voiced by Bradley Gareth, who's Akugami from Tenpuru, or Temple, whatever you want to call it, and Joseph from One Piece. I actually like this Sylvia a lot. I think he does good work, so... Yeah, he's in love with her, man. He loves the crazy murder bitch.
Yeah, you two tend to love those.
Well, on from that, we've got Puppet Master. Maybe named after the Antide from the Ghost in the Shell franchise? I don't fucking know. And obviously by his name, he loves a good performance. And again, ham as fuck. He's the one giving the voice to Cyan, by the way, in her head. And...
Would you like to play a game?
He's voiced by Randy Perlman, Seven Sages from Darling in the Franxx, or as I've been calling it, Darling in the Cucks. A lot of cucking in that show. And Nicholas from Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Duinesa? I can't pronounce that. Honestly, I think he's one of the best voice actors here. This character is very theatrical, over the top, and he nails it. But yeah, he knows he's being manipulated by the alters. He doesn't care. He just, again, wants a good performance. He even admits, like, the alters who are also working with the usurpers at this point, you know, the evil aliens. It's like, yeah, I know, but, you know, I just want to put on a brilliant play.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. Speaking of the usurpers, we have Opera. Or she likes to call them the Junoids, because apparently the usurpers are a name humans gave them. Did we really need another term?
Yes.
Anyway.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
She's voiced by Caitlin Barr, Natsumi from Date A Live, and Miss Tobaru from Ahur and San is Indecipherable. Why that role specifically? Because she literally says in this show, welcome esteemed guests. And we found that way funnier than we should have.
I needed something after all that exposition.
But yeah, she's manipulating the alters to destroy humans to win the war, basically. And she talks in a very calm voice like this. Though, that's it. Not much to say.
I think she would have a different voice, but being so, she has a Harley Quinn motif, but whatever.
Well, she does work with the Puppet Master, too, so you know what they were going for there.
Oh, Master of Puppets, I got you.
I like that song a lot. But yeah, last one to go over is Royd, the Doctor himself. Played by Kent Williams, who's Dr. Gero from DBZ. There's a reason I'm doing that role specifically, trust me. And Gero from Fairy Tail. And, yeah, and he is fine. And this is Kent Williams. I don't know what you want me to say. As far as a couple of the other standout ones, Jonah Scott is randomly in this dub for some fucking reason as a one-off character. Why? But yeah, as you can tell with all the characters, we gotta get through this. I didn't even bring up how there's other groups, like the CFN, or Council of Free Neons. Led by a character named Duval, voiced by Madeline Morris, you know, Rudius from Jobless Reincarnation. Why am I bringing them up? Because this whole thing is, they don't want to harm anyone. They just want to live in peace amongst humans, right? But then they say they want to work with the alters because those are Neons who can fight back against humans. Their words. Like, do you want to hurt humans or not?
Pacifism through genocide.
Like, what the fuck?
Pacifism through genocide.
Why so many groups? There's even another one that's only in one episode called the Sons of Ares, which are a mercenary crew. Again, they're only in one ep. Whatever. So, that's all the ones on the main cast. The dub is actually okay. I don't mind it. I think the dub's really good. MVP is obviously Randy Perlman, in my opinion. Landon McDonald's pretty good, too. Again, having to play characters like that. Then again, Michaela Krantz had to argue with herself, so... Yeah, I don't know. This dub was alright. Did you like the dub, Dai? Before we get into the spoiler thing.
Yeah... The show is a different story. The dub is fine for what it is.
Yeah. We're about to spoil the hell out of it. If you still want to check out the show, well, you already know. Maybe fair warning. So how to break this down? The reveals. So, first we'll start with Naomi, because this is something. She is at first revealed to be something called the Divine Facilitator. Someone who's supposed to mediate meetings between Alethea and Akrona, I think? I don't fucking know.
That's not a good... That's not... You're not off to a good start if you have to end it with I think.
Well, I could be the stupid one here. Maybe they... I don't know. But yeah, this is the point where she betrays Rouge and gives her over to Akrona. Claiming it was to protect her, some shit. Except this is only reveal 1, because then it's revealed right after that, a couple episodes later, Naomi was a Neon all along. But not just any Neon, a Neon called First.
A super Neon.
Yeah, she was the first Neon created by the Visitors, or ex-Noah. Now what the fuck are the Visitors? Why so many groups? Okay. You see, during the war back with Mars, which, by the way, over Mars, I should say, with the usurpers, all that shit I told you at the start, by the way, was exposition. We don't actually see the war. I would like to see the war. That would have been cool. Humans had to seek help elsewhere, so they made a deal with the ex-Noah, or as we called them, the Visitors. In exchange for their Neon technology, we would use Neons to win the war and give them Venus as a planet for them to live on. So, Neons would be used to make the planet habitable for them. And yeah, they would end up creating Naomi as the first Neon in order to emulate humanity and see how well she could fit in with humans. Hence our codename being first. To be fair, this was actually one of the things that was foreshadowed. Naomi does constantly know shit from the olden days, as they call it. And other characters are like, how do you know this? And she's like, oh, I'm just a cringy history dweeb. And that's it. Some piece of cringy, man. But yeah. Are you going to say anything?
I mean, but was there really a need for that exposition?
Yes. Anyway, but now she's helping Rouge to stop the Immortal Nine and everything.
To help herself?
Yeah. Speaking of the Immortal Nine, okay, so let's go back to Code Eve for a second. So it's revealed one piece of Code Eve is inside each one of the Immortal Nine, plus the final one inside Rouge. So you have to gather all 10 pieces in order to free all Neons from the Asimov code and let all Neons be free from humans, etc. So, yeah. Hence why Sylvia wants to sacrifice Rouge and all that. And, that's a whole thing. Speaking of, the next one. It's revealed the reason Eden is obsessed with Jean is because that's his son. Yes, Jean's mother, one of Royd's assistants, fucked a Neon, hence why he's heterochromic. All these reveals, by the way, happen in like the last couple of episodes back to back to back.
They do.
Speaking of Jean, it's revealed he used to be friends with all of the Immortal Nine when he was younger, such as Ace and Alice, Sylvia, etc. And again, we are told all of this, not really shown it. But yeah,
I can't believe you were friends with Nomi.
What?
I was given an example.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Di, you're my friend. We've been friends for a while. Let's talk about yeah, whatever. Yeah, so Jean also, the reason he doesn't want the Neons to have freedom is because he believes once they have it, they'll want something else. The old give an inch, then they'll take a mile thing. Which, that could have been something if we explored it a little more. Much like Sylvia's whole point of Neons are being treated like slaves on Venus. There once was a woman from Venus. His body was shaped like a... Anyway.
Neon's penis.
Yeah, it's to the point where they're actually dying while working on Venus, by trying to rebuild it for people who don't even give a shit about them. But again, we're told this.
Yeah.
Well, the final battle is on Alter headquarters on Venus, as Puppet Master arrives, revealing himself to be Dr. Royd, who's alive the whole time.
Wally.
Yeah, you see, he turned himself into a Neon in order to live forever. He believes Neons can surpass humanity. He also says he gave the Immortal Nine the program of freedom, that it wasn't true freedom, it was false. This is when he said when the Immortal Nine fought the usurpers back during the Great War, that the Neons then thought humans didn't give a shit about them. Like, we're being sent out here to die, we're expendable, blah, blah, blah. But you see, that was only a thought that he put in their heads in order to plan this whole thing and orchestrate. What the fuck?
I wrote this because there had to be any further up their own ass.
Anyway, yeah, he did this whole charade thing. I think even Eisen's blushing at this, or Earl Tyrant from FF Unlimited. How are there so many villains with this whole planned everything since the beginning bullshit?
Who knows?
Anyway, he ends up merging with Cyan, Rouge's little sister, for the final battle. As Cyan would say, Rouge has been tainted by Egu. Yeah, not ego, Egu. Nice job.
Well, y'all know who directed that part.
As Naomi gives Rouge her id, oh, I didn't even bring this up, but this is a dub fuck up, so I have to. So an id is a Neon's core. You can basically give it over and you can temporarily still keep your body till you run out of gas, whatever. But Naomi calls it her ed, not her id. Now I'm thinking of FMA. Anyway,
Could be watching that instead.
they take Royd down as Cyan rejects Royd's love. That's how he worded it. As in the final moments, his adopted son, Gene. Yeah, Gene was adopted again, obviously. We know who his real father is. He's like, you're here with me, right, my son? Ends up walking away from him, understanding true freedom. Role voiced by Kent Williams, who created mechanical beings before turning himself into one and being killed by those mechanical creations. Nah.
If only his head was cut off, too. Would have been a perfect parallel.
Oh, yeah, and Cyan dies, too. And, after getting to spend some time with Rouge or something. Which, this one at least has a little more to it, since we saw Cyan for like 5 or 6 eps. But, whatever. But we're not done, because then Opera had a virus plan to kill all Neons as they're going to sequel bait. Oh shit, this could be... Oh, wait a minute, no, Gene had an antivirus program ready the whole time to quickly end that. So, happy ending?
What the fuck?
Except not really, because then we cut to Rouge and Naomi, because Naomi's now inside Rouge's head, because again, her body is gone. So, and her id was able to transfer over her mind and all that. They're all together and they're fighting Opera. Now it's space or whatever. I don't think it's space. I just wanted to say that. I don't know.
This all takes place in like 3 rooms.
Well, anyway, that's how it ends. With them taking on Opera, with the whole thing of, look, we could be free now, We're free to do whatever we want. Who gives a shit about what the puppet master Royd said? We're free to make our own decisions. That's how it ends. Now, to be honest, I wanted to love this show. I really did. What, were you going to say something else?
Is what he would say if they didn't sequel bait with a battle at the end.
I did. I brought up the Opera thing. They fought Opera.
Against Rogue versus Opera and the Death Army.
Yeah, we're just fighting Opera's army. So I bring that. But yeah, I wanted...
That's how it ends.
Yeah, well, they're basically saying like, oh, this could come back. But again, like I said, I wanted to love the show. I love the setting, the concept, the themes are cool, the premise is all right. Everything here, there's a bunch of great ideas, but
that's all they have.
The show is really bloated. Again, as we brought up before, why were there so many groups? Someone wanted the exact same thing. You could have cut the CFN and, nothing would have really changed all that much.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
But yeah. The cast is also a little bloated. Some of these characters maybe you could have gotten rid of. Or at the very least, give them something more to work with besides just exposition. Some of which, by the way, we've told multiple times. The Code Eve shit we're told like 3 or 4 times what it actually is in the back half. So, I feel like
exposit about the wrong things. I mean, how many times did they exposit information that you either already know or don't need to know?
Yeah. If this were 26 episodes and the exposition were toned way the hell back, I think this actually would have the makings of something really good. But as it stands, I said this to Dai when we finished this. This was an alright tech demo for an anime. It's the concept.
Can't wait for the real thing.
Yeah, it's the concept for what could have been a great series. Again, solid production values. Dub is pretty good. The OST is really fucking good in my opinion. Animation, all that stuff. But...
Yeah, but if you want to see an anime original done right, just watch Ninja Kamui, which you probably already are.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll end it with a sad saying that everyone knows. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Not the worst anime we've covered, not even fucking close. HX Heroes and Gilgamesh and all that shit, but still, this should have been so much better.
I expected at least something, and you poured water in my face. You're an asshole.
I think it's getting a spin-off manga too or some shit. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I already told you all who the MVP was and all that.
Look at it this way. It could have been worse if they also tried to launch it as a multimedia project.
Oh. So, again, don't hate it. I can acknowledge it's rough, really fucking rough, but I did get some enjoyment out of it. So this is one, if it, after listening to all of that, if you still want to give it a shot and see what you think, again, there are people who do seem to really like it. See what you think about it is what I'd suggest doing. You've been forewarned, though, about the fuck amounts of exposition.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but I've changed sides again.
Oh my god. You're not with CFN. You're with Alter. Wait a minute. You're not with the Alters. You're with the Sons of Air. At least the fight scenes were pretty cool, I guess. And Crimson Lightning will always be in my playlist going forward. But we've dragged this on long enough. Let us know what you all thought of the show, if you loved it, if you hated it, or whatever. And we'll be back next time with something else. And Scarlet Rogue. You fucking should have been better. Anything else sad, Die, before we get out of here?
That is all. I hope you got all that.
Yeah, but who's best girl out of the toasters?
Well, all toasters toast, so they're all the same.
I'll go with Rouge. What? Anyway. Till next time, guys. Thanks again so much for watching. Hope you have a good day.